Have you ever accidentally dialed his number? Or turned your head at the sound of a voice that sounds just like his? It's not just nostalgia. It's not that you haven't accepted it, it's your brain. It hasn't fully registered that he's gone. Your rational mind knows, but your nervous system is still operating as if he's coming back. Today, I'll explain exactly why this happens, what's going on in your mind, and why feeling this way isn't a mistake. It's biology. Stay with me, because understanding it might be the first real breath you've taken. When someone has been part of your life for years, your brain stops treating them as just an external memory and integrates them into your own biological structure. It's not just about knowing your father existed. It's about how his presence physically shaped your neural pathways. Your mind, to a large extent, works like a prediction machine. Every day, drawing on the past, it anticipates what's going to happen. It expects to hear his footsteps, his tone of voice, his take on a problem. These daily anticipations forge deep neural pathways, reinforced by repetition. And here's the key. A pathway doesn't vanish the day the road closes. When death occurs, your prefrontal cortex, the logical, rational part, receives the news and files it away. Dad is gone. But your limbic system and implicit memory, which are far older and more powerful, operate on biological inertia. They keep running the same predictions they've relied on for years. So when your brain predicts he's going to walk through the door and he doesn't, it triggers what psychology calls a prediction error. That error isn't your fault. It's a genuine neurological response. Your nervous system is searching for a confirmation that no longer exists. This is why it feels like your mind hasn't registered it. You're not in voluntary denial. It's that your brain's architecture takes far longer to dismantle an old pathway than it does to build a new one. A father's absence creates a structural void in your mental map, a coordinate your mind still checks instinctively because for your entire life, it was your primary reference point. Understanding this is crucial. You're not losing your mind. Your brain is simply operating with an outdated map in a territory that has changed forever. Losing a father activates a layer of pain that goes far beyond affection. It strikes directly at the structure of your own identity. For years, consciously or not, you used his presence as a reference point. He was the mirror you looked into to understand who you were, the validator of your choices, or sometimes the force you defined yourself against. When that reference vanishes overnight, you don't just feel like someone is missing. You feel like the ground beneath you has become unstable. Your mind constantly searches for that coordinate, trying to orient itself in a world that suddenly seems to have no true north. This disorientation is made worse by a cruel societal paradox. When you lose a father as an adult, you're expected to immediately step into the role of strength. People tell you, you're an adult now, that it's your turn to be the pillar. But no one prepares you for the internal reality of suddenly feeling completely orphaned. That contradiction between what the world expects from you and the void you feel inside creates an exhausting psychological friction. It's not weakness to feel like you're missing a guide. It's the natural response of a psyche that has lost its primary architect. Then there's the phenomenon of the internalized voice. Over time, we absorb our parents' voices into our own inner dialogue. We mentally ask them what they'd do, what they'd think, how they'd handle a problem. When a father dies, that dialogue is abruptly severed, leaving a deafening silence in your head. Your mind keeps sending those questions into the void, waiting for an answer that will never come. That silence isn't peace. It's the physical evidence of absence. This is why your brain is slow to register death, because it's trying to rebuild a conversation that has been cut off forever. And that adaptation process takes time that logic simply cannot rush. Your mind doesn't register death all at once. It assimilates it in fragments through signals that many mistake for stagnation or lack of progress. But contemporary grief psychology shows us that the process isn't a straight line toward acceptance. It's constant oscillation. One day you might function normally, meet your responsibilities, even smile. The next, a scent on the street, a song on the radio, or simply the quiet of an ordinary afternoon can drop you back to square one with an intensity that leaves you breathless. This isn't regression. It's your emotional system reminding you that the bond isn't being archived. It's being transformed. There are specific phenomena your brain uses to process absence, which society often wrongly pathologizes. Dreams where he's still alive, for example, aren't tricks of the subconscious or proof that you haven't accepted reality. They're emotional regulation mechanisms. During sleep, your mind rehearses scenarios, integrates the loss, and releases the tension you couldn't process while awake. Similarly, automatic gestures, like reaching for your phone to tell him something or waiting for his advice before making a decision, aren't memory lapses. They're the imprint of years of neural connection that your nervous system is still recalibrating. Every time you pause and realize he's no longer there, you're slowly reinforcing the new reality. Another nearly universal experience is silent guilt. Feeling that enjoying a moment, laughing, or simply resting is a betrayal of his memory, as if joy erases his existence or invalidates your pain. Psychology identifies this as a grief-specific cognitive distortion, the mistaken belief that love must be measured in suffering. But grief doesn't demand martyrdom, it demands truth. And the truth is, you can honor him without turning your life into a permanent altar of pain. Finally, there's the invisible exhaustion. It's not physical fatigue from lack of sleep or overwork. It's your autonomic nervous system burning immense energy, trying to maintain an inner world that has collapsed, while attempting to build another from scratch. Grief is physiological. It raises cortisol, disrupts your heart rate, alters digestion, tightens your muscles. It's not drama. It's biology adapting to an emotional earthquake. Recognizing that your body is grieving too is the first step to stop judging yourself for not functioning at 100%. You're not stuck. You're oscillating. And oscillating is precisely how the human mind learns to live with what can no longer be changed. Understanding that your brain takes time to register death won't magically make the pain disappear, but it does give you back something vital, validation of your own sanity. You're not crazy for dialing that number. You're not weak for crying in front of his photo years later. You're not broken for feeling like a part of you froze the moment you were told goodbye. What you're living through is the most complex biological and psychological process a human can experience, the reorganization of an entire life without its main pillar. Society sells us the idea that grief is something you get over, as if it were a test or a race you have to finish. But the scientific and emotional truth is different. You don't get over a loss this deep. You integrate it. You learn to live alongside that empty space, not by filling it with distractions, but by inhabiting it with the truth that he was here and that his imprint now lives in the way you walk through the world. You don't have to close chapters today. You don't have to find immediate meaning in his passing. Sometimes, the only meaning you can build is taking care of yourself while your mind finishes updating its map. If this space has helped you feel that someone finally understands what's happening inside your head, I want to invite you to stay. This channel, The Empty Space, was created to be that place where you don't have to pretend you're okay, where there are no empty phrases and no rush to heal. Here we talk about what's real, what's dark, and what's human. Subscribe if you feel your pain needs a place to be heard and understood, not silenced. And remember, while this content is grounded in psychology and neuroscience to walk alongside you, it is not a substitute for professional therapy. If you feel the void is suffocating you, please reach out for help. You don't have to carry this alone. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll keep exploring what no one tells you about loss. Take care.